Hi, I'm Nadia, and this is Chickadee. Today, Chickadee asked me a kind of sad question. How come he's not as colorful and beautiful as the other backyard birds? But it turns out that melanin, the dark pigment that gives him his color, is not only visually striking and diverse, but also super useful to a bird's survival. Let's zoom in. Special cells called melanocytes contain melanosomes, structures that act like little melanin factories. Inside, the biosynthetic pathway begins with an enzyme that helps oxidize the amino acid tyrosine, forming dopaquinone. A series of enzymes convert this new molecule into eumelanin, which is black or brown, or add cysteine to make pheomelanin, which is reddish or yellowish. Melanocytes develop at the base of feather follicles and migrate throughout growing feathers to deposit melanin in big blocks of color, or in intricate patterns like stripes. All this melanin is fascinating to the human eye, but what exactly do birds use it for? Melanin strengthens feathers to resist abrasion from airborne particles, as well as bacteria that break feathers down. Melanin also helps birds camouflage or blend in with the environment. Cryptic coloration matches the colors and patterns of the bird's habitat. This toilet paper creature has no melanin, and the obvious dark shadow on its bright white body shows predators that it's a round and tasty snack. Birds that display countershading have dark backs and light bellies to cancel out this color contrast and slip under the radar. In some cases, birds develop eye-catching melanin patterns on purpose. If a male black-capped chickadee's black cap and bib reflect lots of ultraviolet light, he's more likely to be the father of his mate's eggs. Extra pair mating may still occur between her and rival males, but she'll have fewer eggs this way because she prefers to reproduce with her more handsomely pigmented partner. Have you ever come across a bird with mutant melanin? This pigeon is ash red instead of the usual blue. What's going on? While X and Y chromosomes determine the sex of humans, birds have Z and W chromosomes. Male pigeons have 2 Zs, and females have 1. Z chromosomes contain the TYRP1 color gene, which comes in different versions known as alleles. If 2 pigeons mate and only pass down Z chromosomes with the blue allele, the chick will produce enzymes for both eumelanin and pheomelanin, and its feather coloration will be normal. The ash red allele is dominant, which means that passing down even one of them will overpower the blue allele. Ash red impairs the branch of enzymes that make eumelanin, leaving pheomelanin to give the chick's plumage a rusty hue. Chickadee has a question. If ash red is a dominant trait, then why are most pigeons blue? It turns out that making less melanin might put red pigeons at a disadvantage. A study of 97 captive pigeons found that darker feathers tended to contain more zinc, a trace metal that's abundant in cities and toxic in high doses. Melanin draws it out of the body and into the feathers, which the birds eventually shed and regrow. For city birds that deal with trace metals every day, dark feathers are clearly the way to go. There's so much more to melanin than meets the eye. Hopefully you and Chickadee have learned something new and beautiful about the colors of your neighborhood birds.